So yeah, let's get this started. So welcome to PokeClass episode 100. Wow, episode 100. I've been doing this for over 2 years now, and that's pretty crazy amount of episodes to get to. I never thought I'd be able to consistently upload videos every week, well, pretty much every week. I think I've skipped a few. And yeah, we're episode 100. I've got it on the screen. 4,597 subscribers. It's amazing. So thanks all of you who have been there from the beginning. Thanks to all of you who've subscribed recently. All of you who are watching, just massive thanks I want to start with. And yeah, really good start to the stream. Lots of people watching. And yeah, as someone in the comments said, remember hashtag PC100 for Twitter. So hopefully everything is looking good. Everything's streaming fine. It looks fine on my end. So something I must say is that this is sponsored by Collector's Cash. Check them out at www.collectorscash.com for all your singles, boxes, any kind of games, Pokemon cards, any kind of card games. Check them out. They're my sponsors. They've been awesome sponsors for over a year now, so it's all good. All good. Thanks to them as well. I'm not sure if they'll find out, but it's cool. And yeah, so what I've got planned now is the Q&A section. So I've got lots of comments on my previous video where I said that I'm going to be doing this Q&A, and I've got loads that you're posting right now, which I can't see all of them at the moment. So I have to get those up. So I will be moving on to those now. So I'm going to be going over to the comments that I've been asked on the previous video first. So I'll go on those right now. And first up we have... Let me just find one. From YouTube user Joligra, what is my favourite deck of all time? So I have been playing since the Luxchomp era. I played a little bit in the Luxchomp where Claydol was available, but I didn't play a lot. The only tournament that I went to was Nationals. That was my first ever tournament in that format, and I played some weird Gengar thing with like 3 different types of Gengar, no Uxies, no broken time space, like 2 rare candies. I managed to be 3-1 at one point, which was insanely lucky just because Gengar was such a good card, and Fainting Spell was one of the most incredible poke powers I had ever seen. So one of my favourite decks to play was SP. I know SP was hated on by a lot of people, but I really enjoyed playing it. SP mirrors were incredibly tactical. Yeah, they were just really fast. The decks were good, and there was lots of variants that you could play. You could play lots of like Dialga, Luxchomp, the weird thing where you could Skuntank Poison, all that good stuff. The cards were broken, don't get me wrong, like Poketurn was incredible, but the mirrors you would get were really enjoyable, so I really liked that deck. I also really liked a deck that Tommy Roberts played a lot in that season, which was Gengar Garchomp. I could never get it to work, but every time he played it against me, he beat me in a tournament, to be fair. It seems to be a really good deck, but only he could seem to get it to work, but it seems really cool. And yeah, one of my favourite cards of all time, I can see slightly above that, the same person asked it, would be... Now you're asking a very, very big question there. So I do like Gengar. Gengar is one of my favourite Pokemon, and as I just said, Fainting Spell is the most incredible poke power. And if I could play Vileplume decks to a good skill level, I would have played Vilegar. But yeah, I would say Gengar Stormfront was one of my very favourite cards. So this one's by MS Glacier. What is my favourite Pokemon? Chatot. One word, Chatot. And I've seen one on here. Why is Chatot my favourite Pokemon? Well, I love music, and Chatot is a music-based guy, but I think he's awesome. I wish he was more competitive. He was competitive at one point. Chatot G was an absolute beast, and Mimic Chatot was really good as well. So we need another playable Chatot, please, Nintendo, please. Buy Card Game Emporium on my Q&A video. How exactly did you get into Pokemon? So it's actually a really boring story. I got into it with my now fiancée Gemma. She got into it at the same time as me. We kind of found the games again on DS, and we were like, oh, this is cool. And then we found some websites, mainly the Pokemon website, and they said that they had Video Game Nationals. So obviously we only played it casually, would get destroyed at Video Game Nationals, but we'd missed it, basically. We couldn't get to it. So we looked at something else, and we saw the TCG part of the site, and Nationals was coming up in about a month, so we had time to learn the game, get a few cards together. So we bought the theme decks. We bought pretty much all the theme decks available at that time. Heart Gold, Soul Silver had just come out, And yeah, we went to nationals. Jem played like for Alligator Lantern, and I played my really, really awful Gengar deck. It was a really good day. I was 3-1 at one point, so I was pretty happy. And yeah, that's how I got into Pokemon, and now it's evolved into this. Crazy, right? Up next, Lucario Adventure 1 asks, so hi Ollie, I know him in person, why did you decide to play this game and why do I still play? So I've said why I decided to play the game, and why do I still play? Because it's an incredibly fun game. I found it really easy to get a hold of, and I'm still trying to master it. I'm getting there, still making the odd misplays, which are stopping me from doing extremely well. But yeah, it's a really fun game. But the main reason I still play it is because of everyone that plays the game. There's some really amazing people, especially in the UK, that play this game. The community is amazing. And yeah, I just love being around lots of people that have the same interest and just want to play this game to get to know people, and that's the most fun I've had in a long time, so that's why I continue playing this game. So I just got a comment on the stream from Wing Zero saying that he is 26, still likes playing the game, stopped playing because of university, but started playing once again this year. I still have my base set cards, so do I. I have a lot, well, I used to have a lot of them. I think I gave them away or sold them. But that's really cool. He's 26, so there's no age limit to this. People that are dads and have families play this game. It's just an awesome game, amazing community, and that's why we play it. So back to the questions. TCG Zapdos. So hi, if you're watching, I don't know if you are. TCG Zapdos, if you don't know him, he's another guy really popular on YouTube. He's got around 6,000-ish subscribers now. Really great guy. I've played against him a few times on PTCGO and talked to him through messages. And he says, what is your favourite music genre, and have you ever made music yourself besides your background music? So I made the intro music to my PokeClass that you've probably heard multiple times already. And I actually am very involved in the music scene because music is like the thing that I do a lot of. I play guitar, I can play bass too, I write songs, and if you see my Minecraft parodies, I sing too. With the help of auto-tune. But I love music. Music is amazing. I am doing a music production degree, so that is how serious I take it. Well, not serious, that's just how much I love it. I love producing music. I apply a lot of that to the music that I create for my PokeClass episodes, and the kind of like the technical stuff behind voice editing, video editing, and all that good stuff. So I'm a bit of a nerd when it comes to music. My favourite music genre, I like incredibly heavy rock. So if you go and Google A Day to Remember, that's one of my all-time favourite bands. So kind of like pop punk, screamo. I like a lot of heavy breakdowns and yeah, stuff like that. But I like a lot of other stuff, like I'm really into dubstep at the minute. I know that's a really popular, strange thing to say, but Skrillex is really awesome. I like dubstep, but yeah, rock is my main stuff. Pop punk, hardcore. A Day to Remember is my favourite band, and 4 Year Strong are up there as well as one of my favourite bands, along with a pretty unknown band called A Place in Time. If you Google those or go on their Twitter or something, they are a band that I listen to almost every day. They are incredible. They're not very well known at the moment. I think they have a smaller following than this YouTube channel, which is pretty crazy, but they're an amazing band. Go check them out if you do. So that is the answer to TCG Zapdos. I do really want to do a Pokemon themed parody or original song, but I don't know whether to do it or not, to be honest. If you go check out my Minecraft parodies, one of them has just tipped over 50,000 views, and there's a lot of good comments. Yeah. Would you like me to do a Pokemon song? I know Jwitz has just done a really funny one. I love doing parodies, so I might do one. I'm not too sure though, I have to think about it. So next, that Mr. Turkle Biscuit asked me, what's your first Pokemon card that you remember? First ever Pokemon card? I think it's like an Execute. The really old Execute from the Zap theme deck, I think. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Was Execute. I don't know why it's an Execute. I just remember a Team Rocket's Exeggutor as well. That's a pretty prominent card in my memory. And Drowsy, the original Drowsy from base set, only because one of my mean friends ripped one up once, so I sellotaped it back together. That was a long time ago. Long time ago, these. The Beaver Reaver, sweet name. Do you play any other card games? Short answer, no. Long answer, I've tried some. I've tried Yu-Gi-Oh! I used to play Yu-Gi-Oh! Like on DS and PSP when PSP was cool, because I didn't really want to buy cards, so I just kind of cheated to get them on games and played it on there. It's kind of fun. It's a lot more complicated, and apparently the community is not as good. But I have dabbled in other games. I tried Vanguard as well. Don't like that. I like the way the cards look, but it's pretty expensive, and I don't really get it. I'm afraid. But Pokemon is the only really card game I'm into and can afford to keep up with. So, oh no, I had a question and it refreshed. Oh yeah, that DJ Gigabyte or Dan Norton, some of you may know, says Sopio. I have played Sopio thanks to my brother, and me and Dan played it at Nationals as well. That's a really fun game. It's made by a YouTuber. I can't remember who the YouTuber is, but Sopio is an awesome game. If you haven't tried it, Google it. It's fun. It's not a competitive game at all. It's just all about the fun. Really simple game, but awesome to play with lots of people. Preston Waldrop asked a really good question. My question is, how do you respond to somebody that hears you play Pokemon? Right then and there, they think you're weird and question you. I tell them I played for the strategy, not the Pokemon, but yet they think it's childish. They won't even give it a shot. That is a very popular thing when you say that you play Pokemon. I get ribbed for it all the time from family members and stuff, because as soon as you say Pokemon, you think, I was into that when I was like 3. But the game, I guess I would still be into the game if it wasn't Pokemon. I'm not sure if that's true though. The game is just really fun. If you tell them that you can go to Hawaii, or you've been to worlds in a really exotic place, or you've won money, or say that you can win an extortion, like really high amounts of money playing this game, that shuts them up real quick. Especially if you say if you've been to Hawaii last year, you just be like, this game took me to Hawaii. Then they're like, I guess it is pretty cool. But I've met some really, really nice people through Pokemon, and that's the best thing about it. That's what I tell people. I just really like it. So what? If you like it, it's all good. Finding a lot of... This is an amazing question. Mams66. This is a question to everyone. Everyone needs to answer this in the stream comments. Mams66 asks, if a Sudowoodo falls in a forest and no one is around to hear it, does it make a sound? So, answer that one. So, Ultra Girl Gamer 92 asks, who's better at Pokemon, you or me? So this is this is actually my fiance Gemma asking this question. So who's better at Pokemon, you or me? I have to be really careful here. You see, when we both go to tournaments, she does really well. She's really good at strategic thinking. She's quite smart, definitely smarter than me, and I'm just managing to get the hang of Pokemon. That's the only thing I'm really smart at. I'd say we're equal. I'm keeping it there just to stay safe, but she's really good at this game. When she plays, she's 6-0'd a tournaments once. I've never X-0'd a tournament, so that's one up for her. I do cut a lot more than her, but oh man, I'm getting into dangerous territory. Moving on, the last question from my old video. I can't believe she put me in that situation. I know she's watching this as well, so okay, you know what, the comments are moving too fast for me to catch up, so ask them, ask away. From SSBMKO, hello, I've just what was that about? Hi, first off, because I've seen you in my streams before. He asks, Froakie, Fennekin or Chespin? I've seen in my video that has a ridiculous amount of views, by the way, so thanks to all of you that subscribed from that or viewed it. It's my most viewed video, and it's been up for less than a week, so thanks for watching it. Froakie, Fennekin or Chespin? On that video I've seen a lot of love for Froakie, but I really like Fennekin, because I kind of like, I have a soft spot for fire type Pokemon, and he looks really cool. If I had to put it in order, Fennekin, Chespin, and then Froakie. Sorry Froakie, but I can't. Too many other good ones. I'm asked, what's your favourite food? I love tikka masala curry. I love tikka masala curry. I had one today actually, for those of you who care. Oh no, this stream's going downhill fast. Maybe I should stick to the Pokemon questions. No. Yeah, I love tikka masala. I love curries. I love food. I love a lot of food, and I have quite a sweet tooth as well, so I love a lot of sweets. My favourite sweets, before I get that question, is strawberry laces. You know, them long, thin, red lace things. They're amazing. But to top that all off, the best like chocolatey sweet is M&Ms. I love M&Ms. I've got some of them to munch later on. Equilateral Rectangle asks, do you like shorts? Are they comfy and are they easy to wear? I hate shorts, actually. It's funny you ask that. I never wear shorts. One, because I live in England and it's always cold here, even in the summer. And no, I don't really like shorts that much. I'm going to Florida this year. I'll be pushed to wear shorts there probably, but I don't like wearing shorts, no. So, oh, that was an amazing question. Awesome question.